Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast with Jason and Greg. Before we jump into this video, I would like to welcome those of you who are new to the channel. This is AM Sports Media, the Angry Man Podcast, where we're always dropping boxing related content. So make sure you become a subscriber. And for those of you who patron the channel, make sure you smash the like button or the dislike button if you don't like the content. But make sure that you are engaging. And let me start this video off by telling you, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. This is all tying back into things that you've heard on AM Sports Media for quite some time in regards to Turki Alalshikh and the fact that this is not a sustainable model. You have heard us say this on multiple occasions. Turki Alalshikh now has a new directive. He has a new policy. His new policy is this, Jay, that if you are not an all action type, entertaining type fighter who values entertainment, you will no longer be on Riyadh season cards. Now, why is that? Is that because he values what fight fans want? Because that's the first thing that people are gonna say out of their mouth. Turki Alalshikh cares about the fans. He want to make sure that we're entertained. Well, if that's the case, then why is it that he has all of his fights over there in Saudi Arabia if he cares about the fans so much? Because boxing is most popular over here in the United States. This is where the fight should be, right? If he cares about you so much, why isn't he making fights like Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez? Because that's the fight the fight fans really wanted to see. And when
And
you
that's what
have,
they actually wanted.
yeah, on his Twitter, when they voted over 6,000 votes,
Yes.
that's what they wanted. So that's not what he's doing here. What he's doing here is he saw what happened in New York, Jay. He saw the epic flop that it was. I told people when I was in New York on our Discord that this is going to be an epic fail. I'm sitting right here in Times Square where this fight is going to take place. I don't know how this is going to be effective. This will be an epic fail. And it was just that, an epic fail. Ryan Garcia got upset. We saw Devin Haney fight like he never fought before. Teofimo was decent, but that wasn't a great fight.
Nope.
So it was 100% a doo-doo burger, right? And with it being a doo-doo burger and he losing all this money, he got new directives from his bosses over there in Saudi Arabia. Oh yeah, Turki Al-Sheikh is not the boss. He is a figurehead for Saudi Arabia. That is who he is. That is what he is. So they're going into a different direction. We have said this on multiple occasions. Turki Al-Sheikh doesn't know what he's doing. It's clear he doesn't know what he's doing in the sport of boxing. And now he's trying to tie to Dana White, thinking Dana White is going to be his savior. But that's not going to happen, right? Because he doesn't understand anything about boxing either. So this is going to make for a long day for cats like Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, these guys that want to go in the ring and pitter pat or move all day. And I don't even think Shakur moves like that. A lot of people call him a runner. I think he was only a runner against De Los Santos. I think he stands his ground a lot, but he doesn't throw punches. And so that's going to make for a boring fight, according to Turki Alalshikh. All those awesome paydays that you guys thought you were going to go over there and get, Turki Alalshikh is wising up and understanding that he can't afford to
Gone.
pay for fights like this because these fights are not equitable, these fights are not profitable, and eventually they'll have to get out of the sport if they continue down this path. And that is the reason why Devin Haney, those ties, they will be absolutely severed because Devin Haney is going to fight like that for the rest of his career because he is now shell shocked from that situation that occurred with Ryan Garcia. Whether you think it was fair or unfair, he is now shell shocked. He is impacted by it, and you will see him still fighting that style. Shakur's going to fight in this style no matter what. I like defense first. Defense first is not a problem, but at the same time, you also need to have some level of offense and be willing to stay in the pocket and punch with your opponent. That is not Shakur Stevenson. He will not do that, and therefore we won't see these gentlemen back on these cards. And that may force some of the fights that we really want, like Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis. You don't have this path to easy dollars. Devin Haney, you don't have this path to easy dollars. So boom, we may now get the fights that we truly want to see. Jay, what are your thoughts on this?
Gotta kill what you eat.
There you go.
Like AB said, that's why he ain't like being over there with PBC. But now it's like it's funny about Turkey because Keyshawn Davis and Shakur have all been critical of him, telling he need help. He need help in his boxing and guidance. The fighters on his own fight cards said that. Ambassador because if I'm not mistaken, Keyshawn Davis is an ambassador for Ring, along with Abdullah Mason. They said, hey, he need help, but he don't know what he doing. We all said that. It was obvious. You gonna do something in Times Square, no crowd, and now you partner with Dana, who's not in the business to lose money. Dana ain't gonna work with that, and Dana don't know anything about boxing. So come on, man, it doesn't make sense. But I don't like the fact that he's trying to control a fighter's style because he basically virtually wants rock'em sock'em, not the sweet science. To your point at Shakur, yeah, Shakur ran against De Los Santos. My problem with Shakur is that when he makes you miss, he don't make you pay. Like Bud told him, like Andre Ward told him, like Roy Jones told him in his last fight, not fight before last against when he fought Arum, not Padley. Padley was a 3-day replacement, you know. But he doesn't stand. He doesn't make you pay. So if Turkey's trying to say, "Oh, we just want rock'em sock'em," that's not boxing either. So he still don't know what the heck he's doing. He's just saying stuff. People, oh yeah, we're not getting the fights we want to see. He thought he was doing something. He did a little told, who do you want Canelo? Who do you want me to make Canelo fight next? Bud Benavidez won with over 60%. And here we are, no Benavidez. So he's not making the fights we want to see, obviously. So we're gonna see it. It's definitely gonna impact Devin. I want to see how Devin comes out now, what Devin says about this, because most of it was pointed towards Devin. But that overall card was just a stinker, honestly. It wasn't what people wanted it to be. He had 3 fighters, 3 peers, and Rolly make it 4. And the only people that fought each other was Rolly and Ryan. And Rolly upset the apple cart. Good job, Rolly. You welcome to the show anytime, my man. Come on and talk to us. But Turkey don't know what he's doing. This Tom and Jerry, some no more Tom and Jerry, whatever, man. We'll see. He's gonna do some other Tom and Jerry shows. Watch. He's talking about being an Alcatraz. He's part of that Tom and Jerry show that he talking about he don't want no more. He need to check himself first.
No, I don't disagree with that at all. And I think you make a cogent point there. I don't think you should necessarily try to control a fighter's style. But I also feel like fighters who don't generate dollars should not get paid extraordinary dollars. We know
Absolutely.
generate, and your style is conducive to the money that you get. And if you have a style where all you do is wait for your opponent to punch, or you're constantly moving, then that's an issue. Now, I have an issue with people that label African American fighters as runners just because they use movement and boxing. And so I'm always very careful when I say that. Devin was on a bike against
That wasn't boxing.
yeah,
What was
that wasn't boxing. I can't even think of the dude's
Ramirez?
name right now. Yeah, Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Um, that was not boxing. Shakur against De Los Santos. Yeah, that wasn't boxing. Yeah, that was too much. But ordinarily, I think the level of movement that they use is fine. I think I think their styles are fine. But you should get paid based off of what the assets that you're putting in the seats, and that is tied to your style, and not get overpaid based off of what you deliver in the ring. So that is just my only thing. That's it.
They
You
also
guys
talking about
tell
William Skull.
well, yeah. You
Cut the ring
guys
off.
tell us fair. You guys tell us what you think in the comment section in regards to this. Don't forget to hate, like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Angry Man Podcast, L Sports Media, and we are out.